Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We have got an interesting build for you today that I have really been looking forward to just because it's something kind of cool and different. Obviously, what I have in front of me right now is the Hocus Pocus house, which is LEGO part number 21341. We already had one, but we went ahead and picked up another one used, and I believe we only paid about $100. Kim's looking at me, she's telling me, I think we paid about $100 for this. Complete, as far as I can tell. It's got the minifigs. And we wanted to get this because when we were perusing Rebrickable, actually quite a while ago, we came across the coolest MOC built off of just the pieces in the Hocus Pocus house. So what we are going to be turning this into is this, the Medieval Alchemist tower, or building, called the Medieval Alchemist, brought to you by BoltBuilds, and we will be putting the links in the pinned comment or the description down below. So I am so excited to do this. We love the Hocus Pocus house, but we already have one. But I wanted to turn it into something cool because we've really been getting into this medieval theme, and the colors on this really have that medieval kind of tone to it. So it's going to take me a while. Got to break this thing apart, kind of sort it out, and then we will start the build. So I might be coming back to you a couple weeks from now, but that's okay. So we will see you on the other side when the Alchemist is done. All right, so it is a week later, and what a great fun build this was. Some very technical parts of this build that didn't work out too good, at least for me, and I'll show you what I mean by that. But the overall effect of this build is absolutely wonderful. You'll notice I don't have this piece here attached yet. This is actually an optional part of the build, and I don't want to attach it until I find a home for this place. It is somewhat of a delicate build, especially the upper part. The first two stories are pretty robust. You can move them around pretty easily, but other parts are frankly just held together by just one or two studs, which makes it a little tenuous to move around. This is also a very part efficient build. This is all that I have left. This is all that's left over, which is great. So I believe it's within about 200 pieces or so, and a lot of these pieces are very small, so you wouldn't really notice them missing from the build. So it's a really efficient use of all the pieces that come with that Hocus Pocus set. The most difficult part of the build involved the roof. I can just take this piece off right now. It is supposed to have a hinge. Over my shoulder here, I have part of the direction that called for attaching this roof panel with Technic pieces, and you got to kind of shove them up in there. Didn't work out. Barely worked out for this side. Couldn't get it to work for this side. And you know what? It turned out to be for the best anyway, because the roof is not really hingeable, so you wouldn't be able to see any of the interior details. Luckily, I just put on a little extra 1x10 piece here, and it stays put. It's a static display. Not a big deal. And this way, when my friends are coming over, I can say, hey, you want to see the interior? See? And then I can put the roof back on, which is great. This Hocus Pocus set really lends itself to this whole medieval theme because the color, the light browns, the dark grays, the light grays, really gives it that medieval kind of a feel. The Medieval Apothecary is an awesome Rebrickable build. So let's go over to the table and I'll show you some of the cool interior details of this build. Before we look at some details, let's give the Medieval Apothecary a good 360 degrees spin here. Although my turntable is a little jerky because this thing's a little too heavy. But it looks good from all sides, so this would fit in really well with any kind of a bookshelf display or part of your medieval village or whatever. This is the back side. Let me stop it. You have a little door here. You can see some canisters of items inside there. Got an awning. You can see the interior space once again. Looks really good from this side. I was wondering when I was building it why this huge gaping hole was here, but it's because of the extra build. Looks good on that side as well. And then we go back to the front, which is very pleasant looking all on its own. When it comes to this side build, there's all sorts of cool little details built into this. You can see we have a staircase going up to the main building, and we've got pumpkins and foliage. Did a really nice job with this tree as well, taking, I'm not sure what we call those, green branches, foliage things, but they look very kind of spiky and kind of haunted. I kind of like that. Here's the door that's going to go up to the main building. Got a little flower box with some flowers and foliage and a cool little wishing well that was put together neat. We got 2 transparent blue bricks in there that look really nice. For what he had at his disposal for the tree, it's really nice. That's kind of a little plain up there. Maybe could have done something with there, but I'm not sure what pieces he would have used. I put the black cat there. Didn't call for that, but I put it there. And we have a hapless soul. When it's up against a building, there's the gate to get through the other side. There's the Technic piece here, and there's a hook over here that attaches it to the main building. So this extra build is just really cool and adds some extra elements to the build. Let's go ahead and take this thing apart and I'll show you some of the interior details. First of all, I'm going to take off this roof panel that I mentioned earlier, just kind of comes off now. And then the very top part comes off quite easily. And it's fairly robust. It's got a good base to it, so that's nice. I can put that off to the side, and then I can take off the second story, and let me show you some interior details. First off, you have an excellent door. I love that door. I like the archway around it. Looks really awesome. And then we go inside, and we see basically a cash register with a creepy spider web back there. There's the door from the backside. I can close that. Oh, except that spider web's in the way, and I just broke that. That's okay. And we have a fireplace right there, and we have some more potions and a little cauldron with a little skull. So first floor has really nice little details. I like it a lot. Let me fix that rear door. All right, rear door is fixed. I told you some elements of this are quite delicate. Let's go ahead and put the second story back up top, and I'll show you some of the details there. On the second story, we have like a dining room table with like a cauldron with some cool stuff. We have a candelabra, some more potions. Spin it around here. We've got a dresser and we've got a cool fireplace. And the fireplace does light up. We have a mechanism over here that turns it and pushes down on the lighted brick. So that's pretty cool. Have a skeleton, another kind of candelabra, to the door that goes on the second build, which is kind of cool, going down to the outdoor space basically. So there are some really cute details in the upper level that you never would have seen if the roof was permanently in place like it was supposed to be. So we've got a cool chandelier, another spider web, a really cool bed with a kind of a patchwork quilt bedspread, another candle. Not a whole lot of stuff going on. Got the storage for the broom. It's just cute. Not a whole lot of stuff, but just kind of adds that extra element of fun to the build. I had mentioned how this panel on the roof was supposed to be hinged. So this part right here is supposed to go up underneath, and it was there. But the second I tried to attach the roof panel and press down, it fell apart. So there's actually supposed to be 2 bricks right here, each with holes for the Technic pieces. I just took those out. Didn't need them. So you see, that's where it was kind of janky, and it wouldn't have hinged at all. There's no room for it to hinge. So I'm just quite content to leave it like that, and we'll call it good. So here's the build in its permanent home, at least for right now. And I love the addition. This extra section, which again is an optional section, you can build something else, looks absolutely fantastic. So thank you for joining us today. Please hit that like, please hit that subscribe. Leave a comment. Do you have a Hocus Pocus set lying around that you might turn into this? Are you going to get one? We got this for cheap. We got this for cheap used. And so what a great way to have a little bit different build in your collection for not a whole lot of money. It was a great, great deal. All right, we'll see you next time. We got some cool stuff coming up. Bye.